Welcome to NYSE Amex and ARCA Options webcast for OSI Option Symbology Initiative. I am joined by the irrepressible Amy Farnstrom, and I'm your host, Todd Wyoming. And today we are going to be talking about Option Symbology Initiative coming to options exchanges and option trading in America. Let's get the legal out of the way real quickly here. Nothing is going to be forward-looking. This is just for education and illustration. Nothing should be taken as a buy or a sell. So let's get on to the agenda, Amy.
Sounds good, Todd. Thank you.
So we're going to talk about OSI, obviously the history, how it's going to be going on in two phases, the important date of February 12th next week, Friday, the consolidation timeline, any questions, and where you can find a copy of this webcast. Now, at the bottom of your web page, you can see a magnifying glass, and that will make the webcast larger if you need to have it larger to see it correctly. Also, at the bottom of the page, you'll see a chat window where you can type in your questions. If you have any questions, please type them in during the webcast, and we'll get to them at the end of it. Your questions are important, and of course, remember, no questions are stupid. Somebody else probably has the same question. So, let's talk about what is OSI.
OSI is the Option Symbology Initiative. As we all know, we currently use a 3 to 5 character code to identify options, and this has proven to be sometimes pretty confusing because the first 3 characters are the option root symbol, which may or may not be the stock symbol, may be something else, and within one issue you can have several 3-character symbols that are associated with one underlying. The last 2 characters are the strike, month, and call put indicators, which are alpha characters. So right now, if somebody wants to trade Microsoft July 22 calls, 22.5 calls, they need to know MSQGX. After we go through the Symbology Initiative, all you need to know is Microsoft July 22.5 calls. So it is a way to simplify and eliminate a lot of the confusion that's in the industry right now. Other things have changed over time since the 3-letter option code and 2-letter alpha code for the strike and call put information came into being. There's a lot of illogical identifiers for options because of wraps and leaps. We don't have to have symbol conversions because of corporate actions. And it'll reduce errors in the back office clearing, as well as just reduce errors for the public customer who may not know what an MSQGX is.
That is so true. I, being in the industry, still don't know what an MSQGX is. Well, just joking on that one.
And one thing to say, we've done extensive testing in the industry. All of the scheduled industry tests have now been completed, and we feel confident that we will be going live next week as planned on February 12th, which is Friday. So all code changes need to go in on Thursday to be live for Friday. And then, obviously, the following week, we will be completely converted to the explicit format.
Amy, OSI has been going on for 4.5 years. Time flies when you're having fun. I can tell on that. This has been an industry-wide initiative. We have back office and other industry professionals that have all come along and tried to help standardize and help eliminate errors that has happened with our current 5-letter code. We started in July of 2005. We've been having massive amounts of tests on Saturdays. And if you haven't come in on a Saturday test, Amy and I say thank your people that have, because they've done a wonderful job on the testing.
Correct, yes. And, especially with the last test that was held on the 30th of January, we saw really positive results. So, we're good to go, I think.
Yes. And realize that OSI doesn't happen all at one time, thank goodness. We have 2 phases and sort of a rollout of the second phase. So that'll be a nice thing to work on.
Right, and there's been some confusion between the 2 terms that are associated with OSI. So I just want to go over them one more time here. conversion and consolidation. We've had people ask us, what happens on February 12th? Does MSQ become MSFT? Well, that's part of consolidation and not conversion. Nothing consolidates on February 12th. Everything converts. That means that we begin using the explicit expiration date.
Can we say that online? Explicit?
I just did. All existing option symbols will continue to be used on February 12th. So that doesn't change. It doesn't change until their scheduled consolidation date, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But the only exception that I want to note here is that any new issues we start trading on or after February 12th will begin trading, as if they were consolidated symbols. They will begin trading with their underlying stock symbols and not with the three-letter code.
So the consolidation is where the option routes are consolidated into the underlying issues.
That's right. And for February 12th, we're dealing with just conversion, where the codes for month, strike, call, and put are replaced by the explicit series information.
Wow, simplifying the option business. I like that.
Right.
So February 12th. Now that's this coming Friday, right, Amy?
That is correct. That is the day that it goes live. So again, all of our code and changes here at the exchange and all the industry changes go in on February 11th is the last day that can happen. And then February 12th, we're live. One of the things to be of note for firms that ask questions about what happens with GTC orders on conversion, and again, this is where we need to distinguish between conversion and consolidation. For conversion, for this Friday, nothing happens. Okay, we will not take any action with GTC orders on an exchange-wide basis, and it is entirely up to clients whether or not they need to, send in cancels for their own GTCs. So management of GTCs is at the firm level for this week.
And coding changes have to be all in place for our member firms by February 11th.
Yep.
That Thursday.
Yep.
Be sure to understand that. And I think all of our firms are going to be mostly ready, that we've heard.
Yeah, from all the testing that we've done, both on the Saturday tests and just in our CERT environment during the week, it seems like people are well prepared. Oh, so that's good.
That's a good thing. Well, you would expect them to be well prepared. 4.5 years later, here we are. Interesting on the symbology key, people always ask, this is going to be 21 characters, and we just gave you an outline right there on the symbology key. The symbol, you'll have up to 6 bytes, and you'll understand that during our question time, why there's at least 6 bytes to the symbol. Also, you'll have a year that's 2 bytes, month that's 2 bytes, day that's 2 bytes, call put indicator, which will be C or P, 1 byte, and then, of course, the strike dollar, 5 bytes, and strike decimal, 3 bytes.
Right. So like we were saying, this eliminates the need for, illogical symbols for wraps and flexes and corporate actions, because those will be handled with numeric indicators or other additions to them that we'll get into a little bit later. And also the explicit day code, the tag 205. So that differentiates between quarterlies and the regular expiries.
Oh, that's good to know.
Right.
Tag 205, tag 205. So after we get through with February 12th, the conversion, then we start a phased-in approach of the consolidation schedule. Now, this is March 1st, we consolidate the Flex series to eliminate the expiration date from the symbols.
That's right. Right now, if you have an existing Flex series that might in, say, BKX, it might today say BKX 12, and 12 represents the expiration date. Now that we have tag 205, that moves into tag 205, and what remains is just the preceding numeric character. So 1 BKX or 2 BKX becomes the symbol.
Oh, interesting. And then March 8th, we convert all half-point index strike prices on a cash-settled FCOs. And,
right. Right, and then so issues like BKX and MNX that have multipliers of 10 are set to a multiplier of 1, so that they are expressed as decimals.
And then we start doing the first group consolidation, which will be flexes, wraps, and leaps.
That's right. And you can get a list of those either on our website with the OSI Symbology Roadmap or on the OCC website.
And the OSI Symbology Roadmap was put together by Kim Copine, and I must say it is a very nice, handy roadmap to have. You might want to print that out, easy reference, keep that on your desk.
Yeah, so it's just a one-page sort of cheat sheet.
One-page cheat sheet, and of course you can find it at our website, NYX or NYSC.com. And that's right under ARCA options or Amex options, and it's right on the overview page, right at the bottom, and you'll see the OSI Symbology, and you'll see OSI Roadmap. Very good tool to have in the toolbox.
Right, and one of the things that's on that roadmap that just really is a good indication of how much this effort's going to simplify things, Kim chose OIH as an example. That is a place where, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right now there are 19 option symbols associated with OIH. So after Monday, on Monday, March 15th, that goes away and becomes OIH.
Wow, that's nice. So it goes from Symbol to OIH. Multiple names and multiple personalities. No, sorry about that. And then April 12th, we start doing the single stock options. And those are options underlined starting with an A, and then we go April 26th, May 10th, and May 17th. Now, the important thing to know before any of these consolidations is that GTC orders on both NYSC ARCA and Amex will be canceled prior to each rollout of the consolidated symbols for all options in that rollout group. And this is the only time they really have to cancel their GTCs, not the conversion, but before the consolidation.
Right, because we will, on an exchange basis, cancel, or I should say delete, all of the GTC orders that have not been canceled by 4 p.m. Eastern. And why this is an important piece of information for our firms is we will not send out any outs for the deleted GTCs that take place after 4 p.m. So if you need to get a UR out on your GTC order, please send us a cancel for that order prior to the close, on those Fridays preceding each consolidation tranche. And another note, just in some of the OCC calls, there is discussion underway right now about the possibility of adding an additional consolidation event on March 26th. I know that this is something that's being discussed, but, this is something to just be aware of, that may be an additional date. And I'm sure, the OCC will get the word out if that becomes reality. But I just wanted to give everybody a heads up on that one.
Oh, that's a good one. That is good. So if you have any questions that are specific to OSI or anything else that NYSC, ARCA, or Amex is doing, please start typing those in. We are here to answer the questions and realize that all questions are really good, and we want everybody to be very comfortable going into this. It's a very big thing for our industry, and we've been working on this for 4.5 years, and a lot of people have put in a lot of effort to make sure that this goes off seamlessly, or as seamlessly as humans can do.
Right.
And it sure looks like we are on a good road track there.
One more thing about before I forget, Todd, is on the consolidation of the GTCs. Some clients have asked, well, we go through a consolidation and then the preceding Monday, I need to get some GTCs back into your system. What time can I start doing that? And so, I just would like to let everyone know that our systems are up at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, and you can start putting in your GTC orders at that time. So it's well in advance of the open.
Wow, that gives you 5.5 hours. Even a slow typer like me can get those things in. Okay, so on to our question time. And, we already have a question right here. So who developed this plan? That's a good question. Industry professionals. This was with the OCC, with individual exchanges, the back offices of our member firms, because they obviously needed something, because our 5-code our 5-code symbology was good when it started 30 years ago. But 30 years ago, realized we only were trading single stock options. We only had 3 months of expiration, and we didn't really have any of these wraps, corporate symbols. In our complex world of options, it's very important that we now have this OSI, and it's going to really help simplify and reduce errors.
Got another question here asking if it's best for the firm to send in cancels for GTCs prior to 4 p.m. on the consolidation date. Well, that would be the Friday preceding the consolidation, and really that's a business decision for the firm. The important thing for everyone to note is that if you need a UR out, then yes, please send in cancels prior to 4 p.m. And our colleague, Brandy Patterson, has just chimed in with some helpful information. You can cancel you can enter the GTC orders on that Monday at 4 a.m. Eastern, but you would not be able to cancel them until 8:15 a.m. Eastern. So just keep that in mind for your order management needs. 8:15 is the earliest that you are able to access the orders to cancel them.
Okay. Oh, that's a good thing to know.
Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you, Brandy. We have another question from the Peanut Gallery. What about only have 2 characters for the year? Isn't that going to be a problem? Well, I think we're probably not going to need anything more than 2 characters for the next, I don't know, 80 years? 90 years?
90.
Oh, that's right. It's only 2010. So in 90 years, we'll worry about it then. How about that?
Very good. I see that someone sent in a question. They tried to send in a question, but it is just a blank. So I don't want you to feel like we're ignoring you. If you want to double check, and if you do have a question you want to send in, just resend it to us so that we can address it for you.
And don't worry, we will not say your name online.
Only Brandy's. Brandy's the only one we're talking about online.
Yes, only Brandy. Another thing they've asked is, what about corporate actions on the after OSI happens? If you have a corporate action, a stock split, or the deliverable changes, how is that going to affect the OSI symbology? And that will be designated by a numeric code at the end of the symbol. Remember, we have 5 characters for the symbol, and that's going to 6 characters for the symbol, and that's going to allow us to put like a 1, a 2, a 3, and that will denote whether there's been a corporate action.
And multiple adjustments as well. Right. So if there's been 1 corporate action, obviously you see a 1. If there's been 7 corporate actions, you'll see a 7, or anywhere in between.
Interesting. I like that. That really helps.
I've got a question here asking if all the exchanges follow the same GTC procedures for consolidation. I would encourage you to reference the OCC website or contact the other exchanges directly. I know that some exchanges have talked about a window after the close for cancels. Some exchanges may be sending outs for deletes. I can't really give an accurate representation of what the other exchanges are planning to do. But I believe you can access that on the OCC website, and if not, I encourage you to contact those exchanges directly. Let's see, we have another question here asking about explicit symbology. NYSE documents refer to explicit symbology. If you would do me a favor and send me an email. You can see my email address right up there on the slide that says question time, so that we can review the document that you're looking at together, and I can give you make sure that I'm giving you an accurate answer. I'd really appreciate that. One last thing here that's coming across, again from our friend Brandy. Thank you, Brandy. CERT environments are going to be in OSI every day starting on Monday. So going forward, we will support OSI testing every day of the week for any last-minute needs that you have to address with us. That will be available for you all day, every day.
Sounds good. We want y'all to We want everybody to be comfortable going forward. This is going to be a very interesting and productive 4 months coming up. Oh, I'm so excited.
But, you know, we've gone through all the testing. We do have a very good support staff in place, both on our trade desk, our connectivity team, you know, our back office folks have all been making a very concerted effort to make this transition as smooth as possible. And there's information for how you can contact several people associated with the OSI effort on our website. And there's some good documentation there on our website as well.
And, of course, there's also documentation at www.theocc.com. They also have all of their documentation there, also very helpful, and a couple of FAQs, frequently asked questions that people can use.
And I know that they have a couple of folks that are at the OCC that are going to be kind of in charge of the support staff responsible for the consolidations. Check on their website for that. And a new group email address has been established at the OCC as well. And this is going to be specifically for consolidation questions. You know, once we get past this Friday, or excuse me, next Friday with the conversion, you know, the focus is going to be on the consolidation. So that, you know, address for questions to the OCC is OSI_consolidation@theocc.com. And like I said, they have a couple of very capable fellows dedicated to be support staff for consolidation.
Oh, and another good question just came in. Will this replace opera codes? And I can give you the long answer or the short answer. Oh, I'll do the short answer. Yes.
Although if you're looking at what goes out to opera, there is a delta between opera and the OCC. Opera is retaining the month call put part of the current symbology. They are replacing the strike code with an explicit strike.
Right.
So I can't, you know, you can't say that it lines up 100%.
OSI will be a 21-bit code, and the opera code will be a 17-bit code. But it'll be in conjunction, and it'll overlay right over the OSI code. Realize that. But yes, the opera code as we currently know them will be going away. And so I know that there's been a lot of, let's call them long-term traders that pull in data to their Excel spreadsheets and some of their software packages that rely on the 5-bit opera code, and that will be going away. And so that you will have to redo any of your data packages that use a 5-bit code.
Right, and hopefully that's something that has been communicated clearly enough that folks have taken care of that. But that's another thing that we just want to make sure that people are aware of today. So do we have any other questions out there? You know, we don't want to beat this horse completely to death. I know we've been talking about OSI for a long time, but we just wanted to make ourselves available, you know, not only to hand out some information, but to field any questions that you feel haven't been answered in either the industry-wide notifications or in any of our client notices. You know, if we've covered everything, you know, we won't keep you for a long time today. But certainly, if something occurs to you after the fact, after we hang up today, please, you know, you can email myself, you can email Todd. You know, check on our website. There are a lot of other very qualified people here at the Exchange that have been working for a long time on this initiative. They're happy to help you out.
Excellent. Two quick things as we're closing up here. You can find the OSI roadmap in this webcast on our website, nysc.com. The OSI roadmap, that's just on the left side, right when you come to our website, pick futures and options. NYSE AMIC options or ARCA options, your choice, and it's going to be right on the overview page, bottom of the page. And a copy of this webcast in our other webcast is also on that page, overview. Go to the education tab at the top of the page, and you will be able to find it here. Now, we're going to have another webcast coming up March, first Thursday, so put that down on your calendar. And we're going to be talking about a couple of interesting things, Amy. We have a couple of patches going in, a couple of enhancements to our wonderful exchanges. And so you will really want to tune in that first Thursday of March.
Yes, we'll have some good stuff to talk about and give you some updates on, what we were up to internally. Rather than having sort of a more industry-focused call. And, our dear friend Brandy just sent us another IM. She says that you are all very welcome to call the trade desk and just ask for Brandy specifically. She'll be happy to talk to you about all of this. No, but on a serious note, the trade desk is ready and very well educated and equipped to answer any questions that you might have.
And you get to talk to Brandy Patterson. How lucky can you be?
That's right. Okay, well, thank you so much, Todd. It's been an enjoyable time with you as always.
Amy, always fabulous, always fabulous. And I just want to thank all our viewers and listeners. Thank you for joining us.
Yep,
and
thank
we'll
you
see you
very
next
much.
month.
Take care.